Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Shri Bhagavanuvacha. Urdhvamulam atah shakham ashvattam prahuravyayam chandamsi yasya parnani yastam veda savedavit.
Did you want me to read the translation? Okay, yeah. The Supreme Personality of Godhead said, "It is said that there is an imperishable banyan tree that has its roots upwards and its branches down, and whose leaves are the Vedic hymns. One who knows this tree is the knower of the Vedas."
अथश्चोर्ध्वं प्रसुतास्तस्य शाखा गुणप्रवृद्धा विषयप्रवालः अथश्च मूलान्यनुसन्ततानि कर्मानुबन्धीनि मनुष्यलोके.
The branches of this tree extend downwards and upward, nourished by the three modes of material nature. The twigs are the objects of the senses. This tree also has roots going down, and these are bound to the fruitive actions of human society.
न रूपमस्येह ततोपलभ्यते नान्तो न चाते न च सम्प्रतिष्ठ अश्वत्थमेनं सुविरूढमूलम् असङ्गशस्त्रेण दृढेन चित्वा ततः पदं तत्परिमार्गितव्यं यस्मिन् गता न निवर्तन्ति भूयः तमेव चाद्यं पुरुषं प्रपद्ये यतः प्रवृत्तिः प्रसुता पुराणे.
The real form of this tree cannot be perceived in this world. No one can understand where it ends, where it begins, or where its foundation is. But with determination, one must cut down this strongly rooted tree with the weapon of detachment. Thereafter, one must seek that place from which, having gone, one never returns, and there surrender to that Supreme Personality of Godhead from whom everything began and from whom everything has extended since time immemorial.
निर्मानमोहाजितसङ्गदोषा अध्यात्मनित्या विनिवृत्तकामः द्वन्द्वैर्विमुक्तः सुखदुःखसंज्ञैर्गच्छन्ति मूढा पदमव्ययं तत्.
Those who are free from false prestige, illusion, and false association, who understand the eternal, and who are done with material lust, who are freed from the dualities of happiness and distress, and who, unbewildered, know how to surrender unto the Supreme Person, attain to that eternal kingdom.
न तद्भासेते सूर्यो न शशाङ्को न पावक यद्गत्वा न निवर्तन्ते तद्धाम परमं मम.
That supreme abode of mine is not illumined by the sun or moon, nor by fire or electricity. Those who reach it never return to this material world.
ममैवाशो जीवलोके जीवभूतः सनातनः मनः षष्ठानि इन्द्रियाणि प्रकृतिस्थानि कर्षति.
The living entities in this conditioned world are my eternal fragmental parts. Due to the conditioned life, they are struggling very hard with the six senses, which include the mind.
शरीरं यत्वाप्नोति यच्चाप्युत्क्रामतीश्वरः गृहीत्वैतानि संयान्ति वायुर्गन्धानि वाशयात्.
The living entity in the material world carries his different conceptions of life from one body to another, as air carries aromas. Thus he takes one kind of body and again quits it to take another.
श्रोत्रं चक्षुस्पर्शनं च रसनं घ्राणमेव च अधिष्ठाय मनश्चायं विषयानुपसेवते.
The living entity, thus taking another growth body, obtains a certain type of ear, eye, tongue, nose, and sense of touch, which are grouped about the mind. He thus enjoys a particular set of sense objects.
उत्क्रामन्तं स्थितं वापि पुञ्जानं वा गुणान्वितं विमुढानानि पश्यन्ति ज्ञानचक्षुषः.
The foolish cannot understand how a living entity can quit his body, nor can they understand what sort of body he enjoys under the spell of the modes of material nature, the modes of nature. But one whose eyes are trained in knowledge can see all this.
यतन्तो योगिनश्चैनं पश्यन्त्यात्मन्यवस्थितं यतन्तोऽप्यकृतात्मानो नैनं पश्यन्त्य चेतसः.
The endeavoring transcendentalists, who are situated in self-realization, can see all of this clearly, but those whose minds are not developed and who are not situated in self-realization cannot see what is taking place, though they may try.
इदादित्येतं तेजो जगद्भासयतेऽखिलं यच्चन्द्रमसि यच्चाग्नो तत्तेजो विद्धि मामकम्.
The splendor of the sun, which dissipates the darkness of this whole world, comes from me, and the splendor of the moon and the splendor of the fire are also from me.
कामावेश्य च भूतानि धारयामि अमोजसा पुष्णामि चौषधिः सर्वाः सोमो भूत्वा रसात्मकः.
I enter into each planet, and by my energy they stay in orbit. I become the moon and thereby supply the juice of all life to all vegetables.
अहं वैश्वानरो भूत्वा प्राणिनां देहमाश्रितः प्राणापानसमायुक्ता पचाम्यन्नं चतुर्विधम्.
I am the fire of digestion in the bodies of all living entities, and I join with the air of life, outgoing and incoming, to digest the 4 kinds of foodstuff.
Concentrate.
सर्वस्य चाहं हृदि सन्निविष्टो मतः स्मृतिर्ज्ञानमपोहनं च वेदेश्च सर्वैरहमेव वेद्यो वेदान्तकृतवेदविदेव चाहम्.
I am seated in everyone's heart, and from me come remembrance, knowledge, and forgetfulness. By all the Vedas I am to be known. Indeed, I am the compiler of Vedanta, and I am the knower of the Vedas.
त्वामिमो पुरुषो लोके क्षरचाक्षर एव च क्षरः सर्वाणि भूतानि कुटस्थोच्चर उच्यते.
There are 2 classes of beings, the fallible and the infallible. In the material world, every living entity is fallible, and in the spiritual world, every living entity is called infallible.
उत्तमः पुरुषस्त्यन्यः परमात्मेति उदारतः यो लोकत्रयमाविश्य बिभर्तव्यर ईश्वरः.
Besides these 2, there is the greatest living personality, the Supreme Soul, the imperishable Lord himself, who has entered the 3 worlds and is maintaining them.
यस्माक्षरमतीतोऽहम् अक्षरादपि चोत्तमः तोऽस्मि लोके वेदे च प्रथितः पुरुषोत्तमः.
Because I am transcendental, beyond both the fallible and the infallible, and because I am the greatest, I am celebrated both in the world and in the Vedas as the Supreme Person.
यो मामेव सम्मूढो जानाति पुरुषोत्तमं स सर्वविद् भजति मां सर्वभावेन भारत.
Whoever knows me as the Supreme Personality of Godhead, without doubting, is the knower of everything. He therefore engages himself in full devotional service to me, O son of Bharata.
इति गुह्यतमं शास्त्रम् इदमुक्तं मया नघ एतद् बुद्ध्वा बुद्धिमान् स्यात् कृतकृतश्च भारत.
This is the most confidential part of the Vedic scriptures, O sinless one, and it is disclosed now by me. Whoever understands this will become wise, and his endeavors will know perfection.
Jai Bhagavad Gita ki jai, 15th chapter ki jai, Sanjana ki jai, Shaivi jai. Well done, Shaivi. So everybody can bless this wonderful girl to become a great devotee of Krishna. Hare.
She already is. It's amazing.
She already is. Okay, that blessing can forget that one. Let's give her another one.
Okay.
Thank you.
That was great, Shavi. It's so nice to see you do this. Like, I see you in the classes usually, and wow, I mean, look at you on your own. Look at you go. You're doing great.
Thank you.
And she's learned all 20 now.
Yeah.
By heart.
So who are the proud parents here? They are around.
They are.
Yes, yeah.
Hare Krishna.
Purna.
See, I don't know. Wait a minute. I have to switch.
Oh yeah, we'd like to see you as well.
Oh wow. Yeah. In a minute. Yeah, I'm coming on.
Okay.
Aha. So this is Purna. This
Hare
is
Krishna,
Hi.
everyone.
Hare Krishna.
Henna. And is Bimo there, or he's not there?
He's a bit, I think, tied up with the boys upstairs. Sorry.
Oh, they've got twins as well, 5-year-old twins. So Shavi has 2 brothers. And they also know many of these sloks. Only 5 years old.
Wow. Look, we need lessons from these little ones. You've got a beautiful, beautiful voice.
She has. Very good. And they learn it from mum. Mum knows a lot. And her mother, Una's mother, knows the whole Bhagavad Gita.
Wonderful. We need classes, adult.
Definitely, I will convey that message. She'll be more than happy. Yeah.
Yeah, I think we need reciting classes, because that's what's needed. It's so beautifully recited. Well
So-
done.
Actually, you've already got a teacher in your family.
I know. But I need the Sanskrit reciting.
No. Your daughter
Yeah.
actually understands the philosophy extraordinarily.
Yeah, that's true.
And, believe me, you can learn a lot from her. I can learn a lot from her. So
Yeah,
very-
I would also like to add, Sanjana is amazing. I mean, Sanjana, you're doing a fabulous job, because, Shaivi really looks forward to your classes. And I'm really glad that, a young person is doing it, because when it comes from parents, it doesn't sound that interesting. But when it comes from you, it is so relatable, though, of course, there's you are quite young, but still she can relate, and you can relate at their level, and probably, you explain it to their level. So thank you so much, Sanjana. I really want to, really appreciate your efforts, because Shaivi enjoys your classes a lot.
Hare Krishna, thank you so much. That's such a lovely compliment. I always look forward to seeing Shavi. She asks very good questions. They all, the youth have a lot to say. You've just got to give them the platform to say it.
That's very true. Hey, Shavi, you know my classes? Her mum.
Sorry. Come here. Sanjana's here. You should have heard the little girl. Huh? Sorry.
You're not on mute, you know.
Sorry.
Good job. She didn't say you should see the old baldy. Very good. Thank you so much, Shavi. Thank you, Puna Mataji. Very, very nice. First class.
Thank you very much, Prabhuji. Thank you very much, everyone. Hare Krishna.
One of the twins. Is this Kathan or Kat?
Yeah, Kathan.
Very good.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Kathan. Thank you so much. Very good.
Hare Krishna.
So now here we have, I can see your sister from America,
Yes.
which is bigger than our house.
Yeah, we've got my friend Laja and Rama.
Right. Laja is
And
Hi, Shri Krishna, Rama here. Sorry, I didn't put on the a video because I wanted to hear you guys more than show myself. So
Right.
nice to join you. Thank you.
Thank you for joining.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. It's beautiful to see these young people do such a great. I'm speechless.
And I'm only 21, okay?
I was talking
absolutely. I think that's it from me. If I'm not missing anyone, there were quite a few others to join, but I think last minute plans.
Sure. That's okay.
Yeah.
Pranita, very nice. Thank you for joining. Ritesh, thank you for joining. Rita, wonderful. We should also have more, but anyway, it's okay. We can talk about Purushottama, why we're celebrating this month. Is that okay?
Yeah, that's lovely.
No, Sanjana, do you want to say anything on the Bhagavad Gita?
Yeah, I can do a little bit of reflection. It's going to be a bit ad hoc, but yeah, I'll do it. Yeah, no, I really like chapter 15. I think for me, it's one of the most illuminating ones. And actually talking about that relatability, I think it's where Krishna makes our understanding of the spiritual world and the material world, he puts it in the most relatable way. because he takes that metaphor of the banyan tree. And it's quite a good way to describe it, because I think we always chase for happiness and we see the reflection, and then we get into this depth of despair, and that's kind of when we hit the water. We fall into the water and then we come out again and we look at the reflection. We still seem to think that we're going to get the same thing, that same happiness, and we seem to be keep missing that point, the actual spiritual world, which is not the reflection. And then I think the other key thing that I just wanted to raise in chapter 15 is that bit at the end, that there are the fallible beings, and that's us who've we've decided for some reason or another, we had that thought, that little bit of envy, and now we've come down here and we need to rekindle that relationship. And then the infallible beings who never had that fall and have been eternally in the spiritual world, or who are back in that eternal position in the spiritual world. But then finally, that sense that all of those beings have a separate identity from God as well. And I think that's the greatest bit that we need to understand, and that can sometimes be overlooked as well. So really nice bit there. Anything else you'd like to add, Nabi Prabhu?
I mean, this chapter is incredible because it describes, as you said, very nicely, the material world. It's a sad reflection of the spiritual world. This place is more like a hotel. And it always reminds me of Mr. Bean when we talk like this. If you remember that episode of Mr. Bean where he goes into a hotel room, decorates it, takes his pictures out, hangs them, puts a ensuite, breaks a wall to get an ensuite onto the bathroom. And we laugh at that, but actually we are doing the same, because we're living in this world thinking that we're going to live forever. But actually it's just a temporary place, like a hotel. We're going to be in this life for a short time, and then we'll just move on somewhere else. So we never get ready for that moving on. We just assuming we're going to be here forever. And then Krishna describes the spiritual world. So in this chapter, he's describing material world, spiritual world. He talks about the living entities, us, how we are, as you said, fallible, and we are part of him as well. Are my eternal fragmental parts. And then he talks about how we get our bodies. And then he talks about himself. I enter into each planet. I become the moon and give so much to you guys. I am the fire of digestion. I digest everything you have. I sit in everybody's heart. And he also gives the way of getting to know him. So he's given us the material world, spiritual world. He's described ourselves. He's described himself. And he's describing how to get to know him. Whoever knows me without doubting is a knower of everything. He engages in full bhakti. And that person comes back to him. So this chapter is, everything's in it. It's such a beautiful chapter. And in this month, we recite this chapter every day. So I can talk about why we do that, if that's okay. This month is actually worshipped throughout the universe by the sages, by the devotees, the devatas, even Lakshmi Devi. And it's said that anybody who worships Radha and Krishna in this age of Purushottama, they will attain everything they want, material and spiritual. Of course, there's no point trying to get material things because those material things are very temporary. What we want from Radha and Krishna is spiritual things, and especially what we want is to love them. That's all we want. Loving Krishna and Radha is enough. So there are different vrats, vows one can take during this month, and I'll come to that in a little while. They're all optional, whatever according to one's capacity one can do. But one who does something in this month, more than ordinary, they'll burn up their past karma. All the past sins will be destroyed. And that's powerful. And they'll attain the service of Radha and Krishna. This month is the best month for advancement, spiritual advancement, because Krishna doesn't look at our mistakes. And this is a good month for observing austerities, tapa. It's known as Adhik Mas, extra month. It's come because the lunar and solar calendars get aligned at this stage. The lunar calendar is about 1 day less a month than the solar calendar. So roughly every 30 months, every 3 years, roughly, extra month is added to the lunar calendar. Just like in the leap year for the solar calendar, extra day is added every 4 years. But in our case, the lunar calendar is much shorter than the solar. When this month originally appeared, it was regarded as very inauspicious. The Brahmanas, they wouldn't do any rituals or any Graha Pravesh, no weddings, no pujas, no yagyas in this month. And they started calling this month a Mal Mas, a really horrible name, inauspicious month. And this month is actually a personality, just like all the other months. And all the other months have protectors, husbands, usually the devatas. This month had no protector. So this month became very upset and went to Vaikuntha, to Lord Vishnu, and complained. She asked for help. Everybody abuses me when I come every 3 years. Why should I bother coming? I might as well commit suicide. Now, time is a very important factor in Krishna's creation. So these months are very powerful. So Vishnu said, don't worry, let's go and see Krishna and he will solve your problem. Vishnu and Krishna are the same one person, but there's a little difference as well. Krishna is the original Supreme Personality of Godhead. And they went to Golok Vrindavan. And when they went there, Krishna saw this Adhik Mas crying. And he asked her, what's the matter? Nobody cries in Golok Vrindavan. How can I help you? So she relayed her problems very sincerely. And Krishna immediately said, you don't have a protector? I will marry you. I will become your protector. And whatever I have also belongs to you. So in quality, in fame, in opulence, whatever I have now belongs to you. You can give benedictions to the devotees. You are as potent as I am. You have all my divine qualities. And more than that, you also will have my name. You will be known as Mrs. Purushottam, Purushottam Mas. This Purushottam, Purush means enjoyer, Uttam, highest, the greatest. So the greatest enjoyer is, of course, God, Krishna. So he's known as Purushottam. And the chapter we recited was Purushottam Yoga. In texts 18 and 19, he calls himself Purushottam. So he's given that name also to this month. So he's no longer known as Mal Mas, even Adhik Mas. Actually, Purushottama Mas is the name. And he said to her that you will be the master of all the months, worshipped by everybody. And anybody who does vrat in this month, I will take away their bad karma. So what are the different vrats? Oh, yes, that's right. Everything we do spiritual in this month is 1,000 times more than normal. So it's really beneficial to do something spiritual. We do extra chanting of Hare Krishna Mahamantra. We meditate on Radha Krishna a lot. We read about them and listen about them, think about them a lot more. We offer lamp every day to Radha Krishna. We offer arti to parikram of Tulsi we do every day. We offer flowers and Tulsi to Radha Krishna. We read daily 15th chapter. So if you get this opportunity, please do read this 15th chapter every day. It's such a beautiful chapter. And this chapter finishes, this month finishes next Friday. And the last 4 days are regarded to be very potent, of Ekadashi onwards. So you can do even more bhakti at that time. It's very, very powerful. So also it's a good time to be peaceful, truthful, reduce our eating, because everybody eats too much, and we can perhaps eat a little less this month. Doing charity is good in this month. So many good things. Purushottama ki jai. Anybody with any questions? Were you familiar with this month? Anybody already sort of knew about this month?
I knew about it, but I didn't know what it meant.
Yes, same. Not, you've explained it very well. You've explained it very well. We just heard that it was a good month, but not why or.
In fact, there's a few other stories like, okay, we can say them. The Pandavas, when they were suffering in the forest of after the gambling match, they lost, and Krishna came at that time, and he explained to them that one of the reasons why you're suffering is because you neglected Purushottama. And he told Draupadi that, in fact, you in your past life were the daughter of a great sage. Your mother passed away when you were very little. But the sage, he was always engaged in bhakti. He never looked after you and never got you married. He died. And then Durvasa Muni came to you, who was a friend of your father, and he advised you, you should observe this Purushottama, and you will get a husband and you will be happy. And you actually insulted Durvasa Muni, saying, how can that be so? How can a simple fast on this month do all that? So Durvasa Muni, although he didn't get angry at you, you suffered, you began to suffer because you insulted Purushottama. And then you started doing tapasya to Lord Shiva. And when Lord Shiva appeared to you, you said to him, I want a husband, but you said it 5 times, thinking he hadn't heard you. So he said, Tathastu, you can have 5 husbands. And then you were a little disappointed that, oh, I don't want 5 husbands. But he said, don't worry, that will be in your next life. And also, there will be great personalities. So then Krishna advised them that soon Purushottama is coming. And you should observe that Purushottama very nicely. And in that way, you will please Purushottama, you will get rid of all your past sins, and you will also regain your kingdom. So when that time came, they fasted and they did all sorts of pujas, worship of Krishna, and they attained great success.
Okay, so can I just ask, sorry, I've heard a story in regards to the 5 husbands of Draupadi, and I don't know whether it's true, but she's asked for different personalities, and that's why she got all these different personalities. Is that true, or?
That's Kunti, yeah. I think that's Kunti.
For the sons.
For the sons.
Kunti.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was Draupadi. Oh, okay.
It was Kunti.
I mean, I thought Draupadi as well. She asked for, I mean, this is what I know why she got 5 husbands, was because she asked for all these qualities in a human being. And it was told that one person can't have all these qualities.
Yeah.
So she was blessed with 5 who would have all these super qualities.
That's what I.
But yeah, could be the 2 together. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe. This pastime comes from the Padma Purana. It's one of the Puranas which we read and have. So, okay. Now in this month. Oh, is there any more questions?
Yeah, the Purushottam month. So when does that start?
Okay. Yes, it started on the 18th September. And it finishes on Friday the 16th.
Okay. And it's done every 3 years, you were mentioning, is it?
Roughly every 3 years it comes.
Okay.
Roughly every 3 years it comes.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
Nabila, I have just seen someone who's joined, I think Gayatri. Is that right?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, Gayatri's just joined, I think.
And who is that?
It's another friend.
Very good. Thank you very much for joining, Gayatri. Okay. Oh, Gayatri.
We know Gayatri.
Oh, we know Gayatri for
Yes.
30, and I'm only 21, remember? So this month also, what happens in Vrindavan is that they celebrate all the different festivals. So for example, when it's Astami, they celebrate Janmashtami. And when it's Navami, they celebrate Ram Navami. Dasmi, they celebrate Dasera. On Ekadashi, they celebrate Gita Jayanti. On Baras, Dwadasi, Rukmini Dwadasi. And on 13th Teras, they celebrate Nityananda. Yeah, Nityananda. Chaudas, they celebrate Nasingha Tatudasi. Today is Astami. And today we are celebrating Radha Astami. So if you don't mind, we have a little presentation we can quickly show about Radhastami. It's always nice.
So this is the appearance of Radharani.
Oh yes, Radharani's appearance day. Yeah, well done. Thank you. So if Radharani is very special, and we can explain a little bit about why, if I can find it. Ah, good. Oh yeah. Okay. So now, can you see that? Can I see that? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, let's just do it. Okay, good. Oh, that's too. That's too. No, I hope you got good eyesight.
I need my magnifying glass.
Just to give you an overview.
You can see the colors anyway.
Yeah. I hope you're not colorblind, eh?
No, colorblind not.
This is where Radha Krishna live in the spiritual world. This, the pink. The blue is Vaikuntha, where Vishnu lives. And Vishnu and Krishna, there's very little difference. They are one God, two forms. And this is our world, material world. We live in this crazy place.
At the bottom there.
At the bottom. So this is Radha Krishna, the pink chart. And this is like a little idea of what the spiritual world looks like. When Krishna came to this world, he came in Mathura. He was born in a prison. He appeared. He doesn't get born. Similarly, Radharani appeared on this lotus flower to a wonderful devotee called Vrishabhanu, who wanted her as his daughter. And she didn't open her eyes. And they were thinking, oh no, something is wrong with Radha. And one time, Narad Muni came to see Vrishabhanu and told him, don't worry, Radharani is not blind. She's waiting for the son of Yashoda and Nand to come. So why don't you invite them to your home? So they did. And Krishna went over to the cradle of Radha and she opened her eyes. She smelt him, his beautiful aroma of agru, camphor, and sandalwood. And she knew Krishna's there. The first thing she saw was Krishna, nobody else. And she became very, very happy. She opened her eyes. Now, who is Radha? Actually, in Sanatana Dharma, we have the most fantastic philosophy. Krishna, God is not just male. God is not just Krishna. It actually describes, especially in the Brahma Samhita, that God is also female. Radharani is also part of this same Godhead. He is the energy, she's the energetic. A bit like he's the sun, she's the sunshine. You can't split the two. They're actually one, but they separate in order to have wonderful Leela. And Radharani is the greatest devotee. She pleases Krishna very much, so much so that Krishna also gets bewildered. How come Radharani, this most beautiful Radharani, loves me so much? He can never understand this. So they have wonderful pastimes. Radharani has wonderful symbols on her hands, symbols on her feet. These are the divine symbols of Radharani. And Krishna also has similar symbols on his lotus feet and lotus hands. And that's one way how God is distinguished. Nowadays, there's a tendency, there's a trend that almost every street corner, there's a God. There's an avatar here, avatar there. Every day you almost hear somebody's claiming to be avatar, or somebody's saying, hey, he's avatar. But actually, if anybody's avatar, you should go and shake their hand. And if your hand doesn't have the the symbols imprinted or from the handshake, then you know that they're actually not God. Or you can massage their lotus feet and see, just have a quick peek, see, have they got these symbols on their lotus feet? If they haven't, then you should think twice, because not everybody is God. God is God, and he is predicted in the scriptures. He is distinguished by his extraordinary activities, not just producing a little bit of ash here and there, but actually lifting Govardhan Hill, or showing universal form, things like that. Some extraordinary activities have to be there in order to be regarded as God. And her eternal age is actually 14 years, 2 months and 15 days. And her mood, from her actually all the Lakshmi Devis come, just like from Krishna, all the Narayans and the Vishnus come. And her eternal age is 14 years, 2 days, and 2 months and 15 days. And her mood is, Krishna is mine. Not that I am Krishna's, but Krishna is mine. So it's a mood that Krishna very, very much appreciates. And they have these loving, sweet pastimes. They are the divine couple. They're actually one in 2 bodies. But they split in order to have these wonderful, loving pastimes. And our position is that we can assist them in their pastimes if we become pure enough and qualified enough in the line of their other assistants. We're in this world, we're trapped in this world. We don't know where we'll be going in our next life. But the whole idea of life is to become devotees of Radha and Krishna and their servants, and link again with the divine couple. And if we miss this opportunity of doing that, we don't know where we'll be in our next life. That's why we try to put our maximum effort in this very life to link ourselves again with Radha and Krishna. Because what an opportunity we have. We have the greatest spiritual master, His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Prabhupada, who's given us fantastic books where he explains about Radha and Krishna. And what I am particularly happy with is this incredibly bright girl, Sanjana, who only recently, I think, probably about 3 months ago, started following the Bhagavad Gita sessions, right? And before that, you were meeting us in the hall. But she has taken to understand this, this philosophy and this relationship, and she's taken it in her stride. And the beauty is, she's understanding it so well, she can actually also give this knowledge to others. And I'm so proud of her, and I'm so proud of you, Henna Ben, for cultivating, encouraging Sanjana.
All to you and her, for sure. I've sort of shown her a little bit, guided her towards the path, but she's taken it on, and obviously you, definitely. So thank you.
No. Thank you. She runs the youth club, the youth Sangha. She runs the pre-teens. And as Shavi's mother said, you know, she's so clued up in the way she portrays it.
That's good. I should attend some of the classes, isn't it? I haven't attended her youth classes, or I've seen one of it, but not attended the teen class.
Thank you to everyone. Like, to learn this philosophy has just been really life-changing for me about like how I look on things as well, especially during COVID-19. Like it's a really nice thing to have.
Yeah. And it's not a fanatical thing. This is the beauty of Krishna consciousness. It's not that we suddenly going to give up family and move to the temple or go to the forest. No, you can live it. Live the philosophy in your very situation. This is the beauty of Krishna consciousness. It just takes a little change in the mindset. And it's not a big change either. Not for those who are born in this culture. So I am...
Sorry, I forgot to introduce Pranita. I did not recognize the name, but I think you know her, Nabidas.
Yes, we do.
Yes.
Yeah. We've known her for many years, although she's only 21.
Yeah, sorry, Pranita, I did not recognize your name. When you put your face on, I then said, oops. Yeah.
She came on day before yesterday, right? At Prem.
Right.
What was it yesterday?
Yesterday,
I'm running out of time now.
Yeah.
You're on mute, Pranita. You're on mute. We can't hear you.
Yesterday, I was here for Ramana and Venkat Ramana and Lakshmi.
Yes. Yeah. Fantastic.
Today, I'm here for Henna.
Brilliant. Tomorrow you're coming for Ritesh. He said
I don't...
No, fantastic. Thank you so much. And now, any questions, any points that anybody like to make from what we've just said? Does it make sense? So Radharani, oh yes, that's right. She lived in Versailles. Oh yeah, okay, that's a good point. This is the director. She knows more than I do. Just finish it off, she says. So she was born. Oh no, she lived most of her life, most of her time in this world in Varsana during her childhood. With King Bushubanu and Kirtita. This is Barsana. So nice to visit there. Even we can visit there mentally, which we are going to do now. And this is the temple at the top of the hill.
The palace. Really.
The palace. And it's a very beautiful place in Barsana. This is the deity they worship, Radha and Krishna. And then they also have a deity of Vrishabhanu, Kirtida, the mother of Radharani, and Radharani herself. So there's a few other pastimes, but we've sort of run out of time. So fantastic. We can sing. Gita is there.
Can I ask, would you be able to send me that 3 worlds, that colorful kind of...
I'll send you the presentation.
Yeah.
You'll see all the different things there. It's a lot of detail.
Okay. Thank you.
We did about a 10 seminar session on just that chart. It was the most fascinating thing we've ever done in our lives. So we can sing Aarti. Would you like to offer our ghee lamp? Or ghee lamp?
Are you asking me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've got it here. So
Well done. And you've got a picture of Radha Krishna or...
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, let me spotlight you. Okay, so Geeta.
Yes, Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Would you like to sing?
Yeah, of course. Yeah. What would you like me to sing?
Anything.
Okay. Yeah.
Maybe a simple one, so devotees are able to follow if possible.
I was going to sing Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu, Daya Karumore, or that bit too
Yeah,
difficult?
that'll be a little too much. How about Jai Radha Madhav?
Yeah, 1 second. Let me go and get my bells as well.
Okay, yes. Every day we do this satsang. So if you do want to join us at 7:30, we are at different homes. And it's really the Lord's mercy that last time we used to go to different homes, and it was always difficult traveling and, cooking. Everybody would feel that, oh, I have to make. But now it's so good because we just can zoom in and zoom out. And no need to worry about cooking, no need to worry about parking or driving. And we meet so many people who are amazing people. Different countries, different, amazing actually. So Krishna's, so we can, any situation, we can turn it around into a positive situation.
Okay, Prabhu, ready?
Yes, very good. Thank you.
Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari
Jaya Radha Madhava
Gopi Chandavallabha Girivara Jaya Gopi Chandavallabha Jaya Girivara Dari Jaya Girivara Dari Gopi Chandavallabha
Jaya Girivardhari.
Yashodanandana Prajanaranjana Yamuna Tira Vanachari
Yamunatira Balachari.
Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Jaya Gopi Janvallabha Jaya Girivardhari Jaya Girivardhari Gopi Janvallabha Girivardhari
Dhari. Jaya Girivardhari.
Yashodanandana Prajanaranjana Yamuna Tira Vanachari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jai Krishna Lal Ki Jai.
Well done. Radha Madhav ki jai. Prabhupada ki jai. Thank you so much. That was really good. This picture you have is a very beautiful one. And
I know, I like it.
who's God?
Huh?
Who do you think is God in there? That picture.
The little one.
Yeah. Who do you think God is? Which one is God?
This one.
Yeah. Little one. So
Yeah.
why running scared? Does God run scared?
Because the mum, he's scared of his mum.
This is the mum. Mums are powerful.
Yeah.
This is the beauty of God, right? He doesn't like to have this position of God. Right? He's very humble. And especially when the devotee loves him so much, he actually becomes controlled by that devotee. So in this case, he's actually controlled by Yashoda Mai. Her love is so strong that she's able to chase him with a stick. And he's running scared. In the same way, Srimati Radharani controls him by her love. He doesn't allow many people to control him, but when the love is so pure and so unmotivated, just loving him for who he is, not that he's God, so I have to love him, then he just surrenders himself and he comes under their control. It's very sweet Lord. So this month of Damodar, this is the month of Damodar where he gets chased by Yashoda Mai and tied up. We also do satsangs every night. So that's coming up in about 3 weeks' time. So hopefully we can do another satsang at your ashram. So thank you so much.
Okay.
We can end with prayers to Lord Nrsingadev for everybody's protection, especially nowadays, all these crazy things going on. We want to pray to the Lord just to give protection, especially to Sanjana, because I think that sort of area, there's universities and there's so much things happening. We just want to make sure that we petition the Lord to protect us, basically. So we can pray. Kaushalya, would you like to sing to Lord Nrsingadev?
Yes, Prabhu.
Good. So I'll bring up the prayer.
Yeah.
Everybody can follow it. If I can find it. Got it. Okay, this is the prayer. So
Narsingh Bhagwan ki jai. Guru Maharaj ki jai. Namaste Narashinghaya.
Namaste Singaya.
Praladadayani. Hiranyakashipurvakshaha.
Hiranakashipurvakshaha.
Shilatankanakalaye. Hito na shingho parato na shingho.
Ito nashima parato nashimo.
Yato yato yamitato na shingho.
Yato
yamitato
nashimo.
Bae na shingho hridaye na shingho.
Nashingo Nashingo
Narsinghamadim sharanam prapade. Javatava kamalabahe nakam madhuta shringha. Dalita hiranyakashipu tanabringa. Keshavadita narahari rupa. Jaya Jagadisha Hare. Jaya Jagadisha Hare. Jaya Jagadisha Hare.
Abhutashingam Palita Hiranyakashipu Anuvringam Keshavadesha Narahari Rupa Jaya Jagadisha Hare Jaya Jagadisha Hare Jaya Jagadisha Hare
केशवदीता नरहरि रूपा जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे
केशवदत्ता नहरि
Hari Rupa Jaya
जगदीश
Jagadisha
हरे जय
Jaya
जगदीश
Jagadisha Hare
हरे
Jaya Jagadisha Hare
जय नरसिंहदेव जय नरसिंहदेव जय नरसिंहदेव जय नरसिंहदेव
नरसिंहदेव
Jaya Nashingadev Jaya Nashingadev Jaya Nashingadev
जय प्रहलाद महाराज जय प्रहलाद महाराज जय प्रहलाद महाराज जय प्रहलाद महाराज
Jaya Prahlad Maharaj Jaya Prahlad Maharaj Jaya Prahlad Maharaj Jaya Prahlad Maharaj
जय जय प्रभुपाल 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 जय जय प्रभुपाल
Jaya Jaya Prabhupada
जय
Prabhupada
प्रभु
Prabhupada Jaya Jaya Prabhupada
जय जय गुरुदेव 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 जय जय गुरुदेव
Jaya Jaya
गुरुदेव जय गुरुदेव
Gurudev Jaya
जय
Jaya
जय
Gurudev
गुरुदेव
प्रहलाद महाराज की जय नरसिंह भगवान की जय गुरु महाराज की जय
Jaya
हरे कृष्णा
Hare Krishna.
So tomorrow, this satsang is at 6 o'clock actually, at the Surrey Hindu Cultural Association. So it's the same Zoom address. So if anybody does want to join, you're very welcome to join us. And I'd like to thank Henna Ben for
Thank you. That's that. Thank you.
That's your doorbell.
You heard that.
We didn't see Krish though.
I did say to him to come. Krish?
Okay.
Krish?
And Anil, we did see you.
Anil? Come and say hello.
Hello.
No, not hello. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Come all the way to your home, you know that.
Yeah.
How are you, Krish?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. Nice to see you. Very
Yes.
good. Very good.
You too. Yeah.
Take care. Thank you so much. Thank you for everybody.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you all. Thank you all for attending.
हरे
Thank
कृष्णा
you.
Hare
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 Krishna.
Krishna.
Thank you.
Krishna.
Thank you, Henna. Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Hare
See your
Krishna.
children, huh? In the,
Krishna. Nice to see everyone over Zoom.
Hare Krishna, everybody.
you too.
Thank you.
Yeah.
See you.
Hare Krishna.
Sanjana, really impressed. Really, really pleased to see.
Oh,
That was so good.
thank
Thank you.
you.
Hi.
Nice to see you.
Hi.
Thanks for coming.
Thank you. Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
Uh,
Okay, everyone's leaving now. Okay, right.
Okay, Sanjana. Oh, so we'll see you tomorrow, Sanjana. And
Yes.
in chapter 3, huh?
Yeah. Wait. So tomorrow, what is the plan for tomorrow?